Good afternoon, St. Mark's. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to our rendition of our spring performance night here at St. Mark's Lutheran Church and School. We're very thankful for all of you being here tonight to support the students of our school as they get to go up on stage and demonstrate their God-given gifts and abilities. Before we begin today, I have to make this one announcement. If you are hungry, there is a ton of popcorn. Palladio 16 in Folsom, they heard about our little thing that we have going on here, and they said, we got popcorn for you. So if you don't want to spend $37 on a bucket of popcorn at the movie theater, guess what? It's only $1 here. So during the performance, if you want to have some popcorn or some sodas or a candy bar, head on over to our lighter shade of a snack bar and go over to the over and buy some delicious treats. All proceeds go obviously towards alleviating the cost of this performance night. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy our little show that we have going on tonight. Let us introduce the junior kindergarten through second grade as they sing two songs for you. Let's hear it one more time for our junior kindergarten through second grade. Parents, as they are coming on stage, try to identify your kid. I know that can be hard sometimes, right? But that's okay. So try to identify your kid and say, hey, I'm over here. I know it's kind of dark in here, so just trying to help everybody out. All right. Before we begin our second portion of our spring performance night, we are going to be coming around and passing around a donation box. If you and your family are willing and able to help us out by donating whatever you can, whether it's $1, $200, $1 million, I don't care what it is, we would be so thankful for your help. It helps take away the cost of us renting the lights, all the props that we have, buying pizza for all the kids before this, and all that kind of stuff. So everything is greatly appreciated. We have some members in the cast passing it around. We're going to be doing this pre-COVID church style, passing it around. Go ahead. Okay. Also, during this time, we do have a couple of announcements. If you once again want to go over to the snack bar and get some more food, you're always encouraged to do so, okay? A couple of things. This is kind of our big final event for the school year, minus the pool party and graduation and stuff. But therefore, with everybody here and not everybody reading their email, which happens, and it's okay, I do want to share some things that are going on as our end of the school year is wrapping up. So, this coming Wednesday, we have our 8th grade luncheon going on in our gymnasium. It's the beginning of our 8th grade graduation festivities. Parents, if you would like to come and see what we do for that, it's kind of a fun activity. Bring your own lunch. It starts at noon here in the gymnasium. You're always encouraged to come and eat lunch with us. Then afterwards, the 8th graders are going on their 8th grade half-day skip day. They are going indoor skydiving. Yikes. I'm not signing up for that. All right, moving on. Then, next Friday is our final Free Dress Friday and Dollar Donut Day of the school year. The kids always look forward to those Fridays. Then, next Friday as well, we have Mr. Puckett's students have a piano recital in the chapel at 6:30 p.m. Memorial Day, don't send your kids to school because I will not be here. I will probably be on the golf course. It is Memorial Day, so please enjoy the day with your family. Wednesday, May 31st, report cards will be coming home, so look forward to that as we close out our school year. Then also on Wednesday, May 31st at 6 p.m., we invite you all to come as we have our closing service, our graduation and award ceremony at 6 p.m. Please come. It's always a great event to say goodbye to our 8th graders and good job to all of our students for all their hard work during the school year. Then on Thursday, June 1st, we have our end of school year pool party. That is from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. That is at the Sunrise HOA pool. So please, parents, if you plan on having your children swim, you do need to be there. That is not our rule. That is the rule of the HOA. So please make sure you notify us if you're going to come. The cost is $5, and yes, you will get hamburgers, hot dogs, and all the good summer treats. Then this summer, we do have a couple events that I want to make you aware of that we have going on our campus. We have the Lions Summer Basketball Camp going on from June 12th to the 15th. That's for 3rd through 6th grade. Summer Bible Camp is for ages 4 to 10, and that's July 17th through the 21st. And the Lions Summer Volleyball Camp is for 5th through 8th grade, and that is August 7th through the 10th. If you want to sign up your children for that, you can check out the main page, or you can also go on our church and school's website. Lastly, before we begin, I would like to first and foremost tell you that our enrollment is already projected to be higher next year than it is this year. What a blessing that is. I don't know if you guys have heard, a local Christian school in the area had to close its doors due to enrollment problems. But when God closes one door, He does open another, and luckily, a lot of their kids are being encouraged to come to our school. So, God be praised for that. In fact, our 3rd and 4th grade classroom is full for next year. So, God be praised for that. Once again, please go out there and tell your friends, your neighbors, your relatives, whomever to please come and learn more about St. Mark's Lutheran Church and School and see if it is a fit for you and your family. So, other than that, 3rd through 8th grade students in the back, first and foremost, microphone check. Please turn on your microphones. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to hear you. Mrs. Rowe, are we ready? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our 3rd through 8th graders putting on the play, A Lighter Shade of Noir.
No, Mr. Charles is not in right now, so I have to leave your messages to me. Yes, I realize this is urgent and you want answers to me. I'm not with... Yes, he does sound like a no-good hound dog. They're always sniffing around. Yes, ma'am, if he does have a secret family, we'll let you know right away. Don't worry, Mr. Charles will find your dog. Charles, I've got to talk to you right away, in private.
I walked into the office to the familiar sound of some fool with a problem.
Pardon me?
Day after day they came to me. That's the problem with being the best. Kids feel like a cake at a 4-year-old's birthday party. Everyone wants a piece of you.
Why is he talking like we're not even here? He does this all the time. You get used to it.
But lucky for me, Miss Flanagan kept the place from falling apart. She had a thing for me, but I was married to the job. It was the only thing I could do to fend her off, but I had to keep things professional.
I'm kind of gonna hurry here, so maybe if I... Let's just let him finish, hon.
Miss Flanagan had a knack for reading my mind. No sooner than I thought it, a cup of joe was in my hand. It was good to have an ally like her. These mean streets were no place for a private eye, but I was always a glutton for punishment. Someone has to stick up for the little guys, like this poor sap in my office today.
Is that me? The poor sap? I'm standing right here. Just have a seat and I'll let you know when Mr. Charles is ready. It'll save us a lot of unnecessary stress.
Yeah, that was my life. I didn't ask for it, but it's the one I got. It was my job to clean up this town. It might have a shiny exterior, but it has the underbelly as filthy as a two-legged turtle's. Your average dick and Tom had no idea that a ruthless gangster called all the shots here. But one day, I would get the proof I need to put Big Bill and his gang away for good. Until then, I'd have to take these dinosaur jobs to get by. Any messages while I was out, Miss Flanagan? Who's Reggie? Why are there rose petals in here?
Mr. Trowell, that's mine. I left your messages on your desk. Remember? I put the most important one on top. Remember for the International Private Detective Gala tonight?
Not interested. No time for glitzy frou-frou parties. I got a city to look
say that.
So what did the cat drag in today, Miss Flanagan?
Well, I thought he was here just to deliver the mail, but obviously something else on his mind. His name is Mr. Smith.
Obviously a fake name. What's the deal, mister? Do you want to big those new cronies?
See here, Mr. Trout, I've got something urgent to tell you, but I won't stand here and be insulted in this manner.
Spit it out, then I haven't gotten all day.
It's of a rather sensitive nature. I'd rather discuss it in your private office.
I bet you would, wouldn't you?
Yes, that's why I suggested it.
Sure you did. What a great suggestion, huh?
Yes, I think so.
You are golden calling all the shots here, don't you, Mr. Smith?
No, I'm not even sure what that means.
Fine. Let's do it your way. Let's see what's so important.
Thank you, Mr. Trout. You aren't going to believe me, but I have proof. Mr. Presume?
My heart stopped in my chest. In walked a woman who can make a blind man do a double take. Even if there was no gravity on her, I would still have fallen for her. She must have been a dancer to have gams like that.
Yes, she is quite lovely, but...
Hey, buddy, show a little respect. There's no blurting out stuff like that. There's no harassing women in my office.
You're most considerate, Mr. Trout.
Her voice was as sweet as honey dripping off spun sugar, but I had to keep my head clear. Something told me this dame needed my help.
My name is Flurry. My friend here said you could help me, and I need your help, Mr. Trout.
I know. I knew the minute you walked in.
Why, Mr. Trout? You're more skilled than I imagined. How would you have known I had a mystery for you to solve? That's generally why people come here.
So, what's the problem?
Something awful is going to happen at the International Detective Gala tonight. Something awful. Awful.
What? What's going on?
Something awful, I told you. I'm a girl, Mr. Trout. Honestly, I am, but somehow I always get mixed up with the wrong crowd. I want to do better. Won't you? Get to the point, sweetheart. Something awful. What is it? Well, I don't exactly know, but something's gonna happen at the gala today. I heard Big Bill and his gang's that it's tonight.
Big Bill? Big Bill?
Yes, Big Bill. Who's Big Bill?
The vilest gangster this country's ever seen! He's planning something? Tonight? This could be the evidence I need to put him and his gang away for good. But Clarice, how do you know this? Yes?
What is it? Cause I am. Oh, come on! Because I am his girlfriend.
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. What kind of tomato like you do with a criminal like him? And now you're coming to me?
I told you, I want to change. I can't take this criminal life anymore. Please, Miss Shaw, help me.
I'd love to, doll, but there's one small problem. These high hats aren't just gonna let me into their shindig.
The invitation's still on your desk.
Hold on! I just remembered that there's an invitation on my desk!
You'll go? You'll put us off to Big Bill's plan?
Looks like luck has finally changed for Trent Trout, with a kid with a sweet tooth who sees an ice cream truck crash into a candy store. This was the moment I've been waiting my whole life for. I wouldn't miss it for the world, baby.
But Mr. Trout, shouldn't you call the police and let them handle this?
Good one, Miss Flanagan. No, this is a job that only Trent Trout can handle. Come on, Clarice. Let's go into my office to figure out the finer details of our plan.
Wait, but I just gotta talk to you. It's about this gala.
Can it, milquetoast?
Brilliant detective indeed. Leave sarcastic remarks to me, hon. So then I said to him, no, he had the fish. I had the asparagus. Ha ha!
Asparagus, ha!
Oh, Inspector, you're too funny.
Asparagus, don't you get it? What's wrong with your buddy, Frenchie?
Please do not call me that.
Sorry, Inspector Mustache.
Mustache! Mustache! Especially America!
Yeah, right. Anyway, thank you so much, Mrs. Benedict, for the use of your hotel's fabulous ballroom. It's the perfect place for the International Private Detective Gala.
It's the Victoria Grand Hotel's honor to host this event. But I'm a little confused. What mystery or crime have they come to solve here?
Oh no, Mr. Benedict, you got the wrong idea. We're here to honor and celebrate the greatest detectives of our era. We see here on the table represents their greatest cases.
Oh, I can't wait to meet all the world's most famous detectives. Are they here yet?
Well, we have met Ms.
Jean, Louis, Philippe, Eustache! It was an absolute delight. Enchanté, madame. But I don't see any other people that would fit in the room that would fit the profile of famous detective in the room. However,
well, things are not always they seem, Mrs. Benedict. Right over there is the renowned Mrs. Beatrice.
oh, I never thought that such a famous detective would be so old and senile. Oh, Inspector, you're wicked. Surely she may still have her wits about her.
Jane, who is this hussy in the painting?
Are you kidding, Aunt Beatrice? That's only the most famous singer in the country.
Country singer, huh?
No, I said in the country.
Never cared for country music. No wonder I don't know her.
I said, oh, never mind. Oh dear.
Well, one cannot deny Mrs. Beatrice's accomplishments anyway. And here's our stalwart female police detective, Spacey Fletcher.
You don't always have to preface my title with female. Just a detective will do. Thank you.
I wasn't sure you'd join us tonight.
Unlike the self-employed jokers, someone has actual work to do. Isn't she the charming one? In fact, I wouldn't even be here if you hadn't asked me to do security detail. Yeah, I can make it hair done no matter how much I kiss her. I mean, this was racist and Fletcher. All the officers have to admit, they've been telling she's really good at it. And starts to look right, you know? Huh, when you guys use your, Merlin clock to get her hair, Mr. Mayor.
Well, for signing the esteemed Tracy Fletcher to do security was the only way to get her here, then so be it. You have just as much of a right to be here as any of our other esteemed guests.
More so, actually. But please don't put me saying these hacks. Pardonnez moi, madame, but I resent you talking about me in such a fashion. Private inspectors like myself have solved many cases that the police simply could not. Take the mask of Pearl Think among the first that I found. Allez chercher le masque. Go get the mask! It is worth millions of dollars. Do you suggest that this is the work of an amateur? I'm going to show item in the display. That is right, you do not have one. Well, actual police work doesn't involve searching for goofy trophies. It's to say goofy, what do you mean?
Well, if all is secure, perhaps we shall bring in our guests of honor.
All the entrances to the hotel are guarded police officers, Mayor. But I still think it's awfully risky always pressing artifacts in one spot.
Oh, come now, you trade any worship with all the world's best detectives here.
All right, go get him, Maloney.
Excuse me, are you the head waiter? I asked this bozo for an English muffin over an hour ago and it's still not here.
Aunt Beatrice, that's a police officer.
Is that so? Well, officer, I'm glad you're here. I'd like to report a crime.
Really? What's wrong, ma'am?
It happened about an hour ago.
Okay.
There was someone pretending to be someone else in disguise if you follow me.
All right, lead you to believe this?
Well, I ordered an English muffin from someone I thought was a waiter, but
Okay.
I still haven't gotten my English muffin.
Right. I'll see what I can do, ma'am.
Lightly buttered. Lightly.
She's here. It's her. Beverly Stewart's here. Hello, one and all. I'm sure most pleased to be
appreciative of me. I've taken time out of my business schedule to be at your very special class.
Gosh, sister, are your biggest fan. I just want you to sing a song, would you?
I'd be delighted. Get ready for the show, darling. Hit it, boys.
Michelle, oh, isn't it lovely? Could this even get any worse?
Well, the place was elegant. I gave it that much. But that meant that old Trent Trow was going to stick out like a sore thumb. It felt nice having a classy thing like Clarice on my arm, though, but I was glad she was with me for other reasons than eye candy. It was a safe bet that one of the people in this room was working for Big Bill, and Clarice was the only one who could put the finger on him. Until then, I'd have to be careful. For the both of us.
For the love of Pete, Miss America, I refuse to be in the same room as this guy. Oh, don't be such a sourpuss.
Who is this man, Mr. Man?
That my good Lord is Trenchard, and not to offend any of your other detectives, this guy's the best. He rescued my George from the vile gangster Big Bill. That was a pure fluke. It's a one piece actually solved. Besides, I'm not even convinced that Big Bill actually exists.
It was no secret that I didn't get along with the local PD, but Tracy Fletcher had a whole other level of dislike for me. I wasn't sure why she got so worked up whenever we met.
It's because you're an idiot!
My best guess was that she had a crush on me, but I didn't want the others to know. She seemed especially ticked off tonight, though, probably because I was at the party with a dish like Clarice. It's not my fault the women found me irresistible.
Mr. Trout, I do believe I should go use the ladies' room.
Smart girl. She was probably thinking we could cover more ground if she split up.
Trout, I knew this convention was a joke, but until you showed up, I never really realized how big of a joke it was.
Well, if it isn't Tracy Fletcher, managed to tear yourself away from the donut store, didn't you?
Is that the best police insult you can think of? Here comes our frontier detective skills. Detectives, please. This is supposed to be a festive occasion. Mr. That's a song light in the mood.
I'd be delighted. Get ready for the show, darlings. Hit it, boys.
For celebrating your greatest accomplishments. Accomplishments? You want accomplishments? Let's go through all of them, shall we?
No, we don't need to do that.
Why don't you go first, Drow? What's your proudest moment?
Bragging's not my thing.
Then allow me to commence.
This is the mask of the 20th dynasty pharaoh, Thutmose II. It was en route to the Museum in Paris when it was stolen by that most devious of thieves, Le Cambrioleur. He thought his plan was perfect, but he did not realize that Jean-Louis Philippe Eustache was on his trail. Le Cambrioleur, he dressed all in black to blend with the night. N'est-ce pas, Monsieur Sanso? I found a single thread from his disguise and discovered that there was only one factory in Lyon that made such thread. Sure enough, his hideout was underneath this establishment, and the mask was recovered. But what about the cambrioleur? Have you caught him yet? Alas, he's still at large.
I'm sure you got soon, Inspector. Okay, that was mildly impressive, I'll admit. But I'm dying to see what's Charles' biggest case. Come on, Charles.
I don't know if I'm up to telling that story right now. I think I'm feeling a bit under the weather.
Feather? So you want to hear about how I found this feather?
No, Aunt Beatrice, he said.
It all started back in the summer of '33. Now back in those days, feathers cost 4 pennies a bushel, but this feather was different, you see. Henry, that Herschel's boy, had the notion to travel to some island in the South Pacific. This was before the war, mind you. Now I said to Jenny, that's Herschel's wife, that no good would come of it. But as usual, she didn't listen to me. You know, it's funny how many people don't listen to me. I've been warning everyone for years about my neighbor Ethel and how her leaves keep blowing onto my yard.
Henry's trip, Aunt Bee.
So off he goes, and we see neither head nor tail of Henry, that Herschel's boy, for 3 years. Not a letter, telegram, nothing. And Jenny, that's Herschel's wife, well, she was digging up my petunias.
So Henry comes back.
So then Henry does come back, and he's filthy rich. Buys a big mansion at the end of the street, gets himself a fancy car, the whole 9 yards. But his prized possession is this feather. You see, says some witch doctor charmed him with good luck. That's how he got so rich, so Jenny says anyway. Now one day, Henry,
That's Herschel's boy.
leaves it at home, and when he comes back, the feather's gone.
Are we getting to the end of this story soon?
So they look high and they look low, but nobody can find it. Nobody except for me. I knew all along where the feather was. Only one person could be so dastardly. Guess who it was?
Ethel.
Nah, it was Fuller. Go figure.
Anyways, back to you, Trow. Well, I've heard about the mask and the feather at least. Are you the one who arrested Beverly Stewart when she was kidnapped?
Not exactly.
No, it was a British detective who saved me from the awful criminal. My international hit song, I've been nabbed, and I'm not kidding, is about that little adventure.
So what have you done, Mr. Trow?
I can see you're not one to boast, Charles, so allow me. Now, Feather's an ancient master of fire-law, but Detective Trow is a true hero. He saved the life of someone. Let's leave it at that, Mr. Mayor. A gumshoe's got to maintain some confidentiality after all. Noir says, my good man, you saved the life of someone incredibly precious to me, and I want the world to know about it. You see, my George has wandered off, and the poor boy got completely lost in some of the worst parts of our city. And so those thugs found him and held him for ransom. But Detective Trout risked life and limb to get him back safe and sound.
Well, you should have brought George here tonight.
I did. We can go 20 you are you sure?
A dog? Yes, the great Charlie Charles' most dangerous creatures fighting. A puppy? Well, he maintains that he wrestled the creature from a gang of violent thugs. My investigation shows he was at the local dog pound, picked up by the dog catcher when it ran away.
Yeah, ran away from Big Bill and his cronies when I busted in their hideout. Look, I had bigger problems trying to stop those thugs than chasing that dog at the moment.
And yet, you didn't manage to capture a single one of them.
Look, Copper, I don't go messing around with your business 24/7. What's your beef with me anyways? All right, the important thing is that George was rescued safe and sound. Now shake hands and be done with it.
Those are some amazing stories. But who's responsible for Beverly Stewart's rescue when she was kidnapped last year?
I'm glad someone's finally asked.
I need to be the famous British detective, Mr. George's noble hero who thwarted the kidnappers.
No, that's just Watson, my sisters. Mr. Deliberation is due to the work of someone far more intelligence.
Allow me to present. What the blazes?
Yes, keep it up. Who is that? I don't know. They're shouting from the hallway.
Why not come out there? Why wouldn't they just come in?
Because a proper introduction is in order. Don't you Americans do anything with propriety?
Allow me to present.
This place should be locked down. There shouldn't be anyone sneaking around out there.
Are you saying we're going to security breach?
Confound it all! Won't you all just be silent so that Watson can make their introduction? Mister, pass the song to create the proper ambience. A grand idea. Hit it, boys.
Allow me to present.
Look at the man! George!
She's gone. Beverly Stewart's gone.
George! Someone beat the tar out of me. Allow me to present Miss Shirley Holmes.
Oh dear.
Well, it had happened, just like Clarice said it would. And even though I was there, I didn't stop it. I felt as useless as an ashtray on a motorcycle.
For everything to have disappeared like that, I've had to be at somewhere. Good heavens, how could this happen at my hotel? Those objects were entrusted to me by their owners. I am ruined. Oh, and poor Mr. Mayor's dog now. Beverly, sir, I dread thinking about what happened to her kidnapped the second time. It's okay, Miss Benedict. Just rest up. Everything will be alright. You're a sweet girl. And you know what? You're probably right. After all, we do have the best detective in the world right here now, don't we?
What is all you shall mean, my good woman? I, Shelley Hills, am on the case. There's no criminal that can outwit you. Now, Mr. Benedict, you would do well to get to Frederick since you will need bread for his bakery.
How do you know that?
Here we go. Your hands, Mrs. Benedict, while marvelly clean for this away. Show slight calluses in a pattern who's seen on bakers by nearby dough. Now, seeing as though you are proprietor of this hotel, not likely to own a bakery, it is only logical that Frederick owns the bakery and you assist him.
What? But how do you
know Frederick?
Yes.
I didn't.
Then how?
The handkerchief you are using to dry your tears, madam, has the same name Frederick monogrammed into it. I deduce that he is your beloved husband, since you are willing to bake for his bakery, just to spend time with him, since the majority of baking is done at night to be ready for morning customers. You are likely needed at this very minute.
Miss Holmes, I'm amazed.
Any dummy could have told you that. Yes, it's all there.
You're right. I should go help my Frederick. Gentlemen, ladies, I have been confident that you will get to the bottom of this case and rescue everything that was taken.
Nice party trick, cutie pie, but now it's time for the real detective work to begin.
My thoughts exactly. So clear out. The law is the crime scene.
I must respectfully decline. My expertise will be of use to you, no?
No, Dice Inspector. Maybe Lily should play a straightforward. Everyone in France, but not here.
Which is why you need Trenchall. We haven't always gotten along, but face it, Fletcher, no one knows the city better than this guy.
Yeah, no. Not in your wildest dreams would I ever work with you. Now, you listen here, Missy. Have some respect for us. Do you know how many cases I've solved? 17. How many have you solved? 8? 268. Whoa, Nellie.
What about you, Shirley Holmes? Shouldn't you put your protest in too?
No, that's perfectly fine. If you'd like me to leave, then I shall do so.
Well, then you can take your objection. Wait, you're actually leaving?
Yes, no need to ruffle any feathers.
Well, alright then. It's hard to believe one of you at least has some common sense.
Yes, there's no need to be loitering about. I quite believe I've seen all I need here to solve the case.
And there it is. We're about to bring a flying squad for a 3-day crime scene investigation, and you glibly state that you've seen all you need to, and it's solved.
Yes, I know probability.
You would do well to knock out Shirley Holmes, detective.
But what could you have possibly seen in a few minutes?
No, don't ask that. Ugh, we're gonna be here all night now.
I see everything, detective. You see, unlike all of them. I've noticed there are 28 light bulbs in the room, one brick out. I've noticed the mayor was late for the party because he nicked himself shaving, indicating he was in a hurry. I've noticed Miss Beatrice has already eaten one English muffin, previous to this one because of the butter sitting on the table, where she set down her current one down. I've noticed the skunk marks on the floor, indicating a trap door of some sort. Not that it's any bearing to this case. Mind you, since it's not been open since at least yesterday, it is not important to this case. I've noticed, aha! I knew there was a trapdoor. There's always a trapdoor. I must have never seen it disappear like that. Yes, but as I said, it hasn't been opened since at least yesterday. It was not this case.
How can you be so certain?
Because the sheen and lack of dust on the floor shows that it was just waxed up before the party. If the seal would be broken, if the trapdoor had been used during the robbery, the seal would be broken. My goodness, do you people observe anything at all?
I had to admit, this kid had some brains. I had my own ideas of what went down that night. was willing to give her the opinion a fair shake. I normally worked alone, but I had a feeling that me and her would get along just fine. It didn't hurt that she was quite a looker.
Excuse me? Well, thank you, Shirley Holmes, for the info about light bulbs and old ladies' eating habits, but now it's time to leave it to professionals. Now, wait a minute, officer. I think you need to let these private investigators help you. They're the best. I'm not compromising my integrity for these jokers, Mr. Mayor. I'd say your integrity has already been compromised in letting this crime happen when you're supposed to be providing security. Just because we messed up on security doesn't make it any more qualified to do this investigation than us. Well, in case you've forgotten, I'm mayor here and you're not, and that means I get to say that they get a chance to prove their worth. You gotta be kidding! Fine. You want to give them a chance? Sure. But I'm not letting my police force help them out just so they get all the credit. I'll give you 24 hours to solve it, then I'll come in and clean up the mess. You got it? 24 hours. Alright, fair enough. Good luck, detectives. Yeah, all the best. Very good, Watson. They gave us a foot. Let us be on our way. I must insist that you remain one moment. You see, I am not convinced that you know what you think you know. Is that so?
Yeah, I've got a good idea myself as to who the culprit is.
Yeah, so do I.
I can assure all of you that the man is well in hand.
Yes, you are confident, I can tell. But I know something of your history, and there was one criminal at least who could match you. See. Who?
Three of the criminal mastermind and Miss Holmes' supreme nemesis.
And more than that for you. I see, Madame Eustache, that I've underestimated you. You are wise to suspect her. If she is it is my belief that she is. But there is no criminal more devious and cunning than she is.
Except perhaps Le Gambler. I know for a fact that he is capable of a robbery such as this.
Except in this town, where there's crime, there's Big Bill. It's got to stink all over it. He's obviously a felon here. He would let no one threaten his criminal empire.
Ha! You young whippersnappers think you know everything. You got it all wrong.
Oh, really? Who do you think did it?
My next door neighbor, Ethel, of course.
That does not make any sense.
There's no evidence to support that claim. That's just what Ethel wants you to think.
Well, everyone, we obviously can't all be right. How about you guys explain what you think happened and we go on from there?
Oh dear, you're a sweet girl, but just let the adults talk, okay? Hey, I know what let's do. Why don't we all explain what we think happened and decide where to go from there?
I shall begin. Le Gambler was hiding in the room the whole time, you see, just waiting to recover what I had taken from him. Miss Shirley Holmes' pretentious call for attention from the hallway was a very nice distraction. He was not here to steal everything, no, he merely wanted the mask of Ferretina Moss and so forth. However, when the lights went out, he could not resist an even greater opportunity. Even though I bravely tried to capture the villain, he eluded me in the darkness. And so, he took everything, even the mayor's little dog. By the time the lights came back on, he had made his escape.
So, he was in there the whole time? That's why Tracy Fletcher and her cop squad never saw him enter.
I must admit that, Madam Eustache, that is a very plausible explanation of the event.
Thank you, mademoiselle.
Plausible, yes, completely without evidence. In short, the wrong explanation. What do you mean it's wrong? Because this is what actually happened. I've been waiting for 12.5 minutes outside the door. An opportune moment to make my entrance. The rescue of Beverly Stewart was a particular part of project. Let me diverge from this narrative to explain that case to you. It happened one night last February.
Get on with it.
Right, I was on the verge of boredom when who should walk past me? Maureen Icy. She met a nervous-looking postman at the door and met with a contemptuous gaze my way. I deduced to tell the police captain about it, but just as I entered the room, the lights went out. I was knocked over as people ran into and out of the room. Under the guidance of that villainous woman, they took everything, just as I had instructed. When the lights came back, well, you know the rest.
People rushing in? So there was more than one?
And most definitely,
Those must have been the thugs that beat me up in the dark.
Le camera works alone. Perhaps he moved so quickly that you thought it was more than one person. But it was more than one person. That is why your story is incorrect. Well, one of the reasons anyway. C'est impossible. And here's why your story is incorrect, Missy. Here's what actually happened. It was a horrible party filled with noisy rapscallions and floozies displaying elbows and ankles for the world to see. Worst of all, there was no respectable food to eat, just salted peanuts and bananas. Food. I had asked a waiter for a simple English muffin, but it never came. Nobody cared for poor Beatrice. Then some fool starts hollering from the hallway and turns the lights out. Now it was dark, but these odds still worked fine, you know, and I saw exactly what went on in there. You wanna know who came waltzing into the room? Ethel! That's right, eating English muffins by the handful. Ate all but two. When the lights came on, there they were, on the table.
Who kidnapped Beverly, Stuart, and George? Who took the feather and the mask?
And see, but those were good English muffins. I still think my idea is by far the most reasonable one. But I just need to find Maureen Icy somewhere around this city. Come on, Watson.
Of course, Holmes.
Robbery is I Gamboa's specialty. I am certain he's involved. Me and Tom will search that door.
That no good Ethel and teach her a lesson. Hog all the muffins, will she? Let's go, Jane.
Well, I was in a jam. 3 different leads, but which to follow? They all made sense. Well, maybe not the one about English muffins, but I knew Big Bill was behind them all. But one question still nagged me. Where had Clarice dusted off to? Did Big Bill figure out that she was ratting him out, or was she in it the whole time? I didn't want to believe this, but I had to consider all the options. So, do I go with the snooty French girl, the cranky old lady, or the cute and smart British chick? Somehow the choice didn't become so hard. Wait up, Shirley Holmes! Church house, coming with ya!
Sweet talker. Oh, Reggie, soon we'll be together forever.
Miss Flanagan, never known you to be so jumpy like that.
Oh, sorry, Michelle, I wasn't expecting you.
So, this is the old office. Truth is, I don't spend much time in this joint. I'm usually too busy on the streets, where the action is.
Yes, it is a lovely office. Perhaps you'll introduce us to
Oh, right. This is Miss Flanagan. She keeps the place running while I'm out. This is Shirley Holmes.
Pleased to meet you.
And this is,
Watson, enchanté, mademoiselle.
Miss Flanagan, I've noticed you have something in common with my dear assistant here.
What do you mean?
Well, you have both been to Minnesota recently.
And how do you know that?
Well, it's Watson, you told me.
not him, me.
Well, it's written all over you. The distinct pattern on your nails could be the work of one, Vicky Wynn of Minneapolis. I made a small study of nail polish, and those are her trademark. Of course, it could be a work of a copycat, but then I noticed the fresh frostbite line on your wrist, as well as the snowman souvenir on your desk that says Minnesota on it.
Yeah, she just got back from a trip there. You got some brains, you know that?
Well, it's a remarkable coincidence, is it not? But let's not bore the poor lady with your deductions, so perhaps we should get what we came here for.
Quite right. Mr. Traveler that maps you so graciously often.
Right. You know, I do think it's best if I come along with you. I am pretty much a walking map of the city.
Yes, but as I told you, I prefer to work on my own.
Well, what about him?
If Watson doesn't count, he just sort of tags along like a puppet.
Yeah, I work alone too. It's much easier that way.
So why the interest of breaking your solitary habits with me?
Well, this doll was on me. She was so smart, she made me feel like sap, but in a good way. And looks, man, if I had a nickel for every time I saw a woman as beautiful as her, I'd have 5 cents. What was I supposed to do? Tell her that I loved her at first sight? What reaction would that get?
Mr. Trout, I do think it's best if I run this first part of the investigation on my own. But I should be happy to share my findings with you once I have them. Good day, Mr. Trout.
And just like that, I could tell it was going to take some work to win her over. But if I could find something at the scene that she missed, I could impress her. Besides, Clarice said that Big Bill was up to something there, so he must have left a clue behind. Miss Flanagan, I'm going back to see what I can find out at the hotel.
All right, good luck.
Ha! Luck is for chumps!
Then you're gonna need it.
For a party full of fancy types, they sure need a mess.
This is crazy. What was the party for anyway?
It was a group of fancy detectives.
But guys, did you hear? Someone came after famous singer and stole a bunch of stuff they had there.
What stuff?
You know, priceless stuff. Stuff they didn't want stolen.
No kidding.
Yeah, those small detectives were all busy patting themselves on the back and boom. Lights go out and everything's gone. Even the mayor's dog.
No, not that sweet little doggy.
Serves them right.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Oh, these are so clever. It's good some onion cooks in their place. As long as they're any smarter than us.
They're not?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, think how easy it's been for us to do it, huh?
Do what?
The crimes. They would never find out about us.
Exactly. I mean, if all of them suspect, why not us?
Yeah, the lights go out. Who's got access to the fuse box?
These guys.
What's a fuse box? And who knows every nook and cranny in this place? If it is stashed in this place no one knows?
These guys.
Who's nook and cranny?
And who are hardworking employees of these here establishments, so no one suspects?
Hardworking.
Well, employees anyway.
And they didn't even come to question us, or us, or nothing.
Nope, why talk to us? We're just slowly at
You
it.
know what? I think next time opportunity like this happens, we do it.
Do what?
The crimes?
Yeah, why not?
Cause I don't want to get arrested. I am glad I'm not the only one back from Houston. That trapdoor has something to do with it. I accept it.
What are you guys doing? This is a crime scene. You're not supposed to be cleaning up. You could be erasing important clues.
Sorry.
We're just doing our jobs.
I wasn't doing nothing.
What's the use? What do these palookas know about crime anyways?
The trapdoor is still sealed with the floor wax. No been through it yet.
Those janitors went to replace a virtual light bulb that Shirley Holmes noticed. It probably was important.
So, you like that woman?
What gives you that idea?
Well, you said before.
I can see you're a perceptive girl, Eustache. I guess you could call it love.
Love? I would like.
Oh, well, that's what I said too then.
Her skills are very impressive. However, for her to dismiss the camera like that, this I cannot overlook.
And she wouldn't listen to me about Big Bill either.
Who is this Big Bill?
Big Bill's the kingpin of crime in this town. He's got his fingers in everything. Bootlegging, gambling rings, racketeering, and smuggling. A real bad egg.
I hear some coming. Hide, quickly! Who is that?
That's one of Big Bill's henchmen. I've dealt with him before.
Gotcha! Kids! Who are you?
Tony, my name's Tony. Aha! Also known as Tony the Snitch. Never have I come across a more tight-lipped, hard-nosed goon as this guy.
Tell us, what is going on here? I ain't telling you nothing, especially about the secret room on the table. Is that so? And I'm not telling you how Big Bill's been having us sneak into the place of the big for the last while.
You see, it's no use. We tried our best, but he'll never cooperate.
Someone else is coming. Keep quiet, you. It's only the funniest part of the century. We never pulled off something half that good before. Yeah, right over there.
Noses!
Come on, Clarice. Isn't it hilarious? Yes, I suppose so. They're criminals!
There they were. Big Bill's cronies. And they had Clarice with them, too.
No, did you say something, Mario?
This was the moment I've been waiting my whole career for. They were finally in my grasp.
I didn't say nothing.
Me neither.
Did somebody say something?
Finally, these guys were going to face justice to the hands of Trent Trowell.
Trent Trowell? Get him! So, Trent Trowell, we meet at last.
Big Bill.
You've been sticking your nose into my business for so long, and you know what? I'm sick of it. I'm done running from you.
Tell him, boss. I knew you were behind it all.
Behind what?
The kidnapping of that canary Beverly Stewart and George.
And the mask of feather and shut the
And that feather. Just give me the satisfaction and admit that you did it before you silence us for good.
Kidnapping, silencing you for good? This is what I'm talking about, guys. Every time a crime happens in this city, I get blamed for it like I'm some sort of monster.
It's okay, boss. This ain't no anyway.
What are you doing, boss?
We know that you've been coming in here and planning something secret with the trapdoor.
Planning to snitch you and snitch it again?
No, I didn't say nothing. Well, except that she just said, yeah.
Big Bill, I'm so sorry. It's all my fault. I went to Trent Trowell and told him that you're up to something here. Please don't be mad.
Oh, honey, I can never get mad at you. But how did you find out?
My friend Darlene told me. I was telling her how you said you were going to quit crime, but she knew you were up to something in here. She said it'd be best if I went to Trent Trowell.
It's the only way you learn.
So that's how it is, huh?
You found out through this brother's eyes.
No one betrays Big Bill.
Yeah, no one snitches better about the flower shop.
Don't go talking about that.
Guys, enough. It's time I come clean for the woman I love. Clarice, I was gonna save this for your birthday, but here it is. I am done with crime. I had nothing to do with that business yesterday. Want to know what's going on down there? See for yourself, boys. much you love flowers, so I sold all of my business ventures and put it towards a countrywide chain of flower shops.
You have got to be kidding me!
Nah, it's for real. They're gonna be called Clarice's Chrysanthemums.
That's beautiful, boss. Oh, hon, I'm sorry I ever doubted you. If I had not seen it with my own eyes, I would not believe it. There was nothing but the room on flowers down there! But something doesn't make sense. Why keep them in a secret hideout under this hotel?
Well, I used to keep other stuff down there. It's a nice storage place, good as any other. The owner, what's your name again?
It's Benedict.
Right, she knows all about it. It's completely legit.
Well, it looks like Greenville is clean. I should be happy and relieved. But I felt as cheated as the day I learned that Twinkle Twinkle Little Star had the same tune as Baa Baa Black Sheep. After all, what was Trent Trout without Big Bill? Oh, hon, isn't there something you could do to help him?
I had no idea. I was so important to you. You know what? Since I'm turning over a new leaf and all, I'd be glad to let you know about the shadier characters of this town. Exchange for you looking over certain details of my past. What do you say? There's still a lot of bad guys out there.
Big Bill is right. This town still needed someone to look after it. Justice still needed to be served. But with this case still unsolved, Trent Trout still had work to do.
There she is, Watson. It seems she's not even attempting to hide from me.
What shall we do then?
I do not have enough proof against her, so I shall engage her in conversation and attempt to trick her into revealing something. This could be difficult. However, she's a master of deception. I do think that I shall have the advantages. Look, observe the way she seems to be waiting for me to find her. This shows that she is contempt for my abilities. When one is too proud, Watson, one may take advantage of it.
Indeed, Miss Holmes. Indeed.
Beautiful day for a dinner date, Miss Lottie. Miss Holmes, I was wondering when I would next see you. Still on the loose, are you? On the loose. Should I be the one asking you, in fact? Should you? Interesting coincidence. We'll be in here in this day during its biggest criminal scandal. And you are the postman she was leaving with, no doubt, an accomplice. You see, my dear John, just what I told you she would do. What on earth do you mean? I would do what? That you would frame me for a crime, as you always do.
I tried to stop me, Miss Holmes. I went to tell the city's most famous detective, Trent Trout. Unfortunately, he wasn't interested in what I had to say. I'm sorry, my dear. I tried.
Is that so? And what was it you wanted to say?
That you are responsible for the crime last night.
That's preposterous. Who would believe Shillings could do such a thing?
Marie knew it. On our first date last night, she told me all about you. And how you hounded her constantly, trying to prove she was some sort of master criminal.
But she is!
Don't fall for her trickery, sir. She is the one who committed the crime.
Oh, Watson.
How could she have? I was with her all yesterday evening. We left for dinner, took a stroll in the park, and then saw a movie.
Of course she didn't do it to herself. Rain Ivy would never stoop to get her hands dirty in that way. She has a network of criminals working for her.
That's the silliest thing I've ever heard. Network of criminals. I've only known Marie in a short time, but she's the sweetest, kindest person I know.
Oh, John, my sweet. Would you be a dear and get me another one of these wonderful drinks?
Of course.
She may seem to be kind, sir, but she's a villain. She's the villain.
Really, Dr. Watson, do calm yourself. We all know who the real villain is here.
What? I'm sure I don't know what you mean.
Shirley Holmes, of course. Nonsense!
Of course, nonsense. Who'll believe that?
Is it really so far-fetched? Don't you think that it's odd that Shirley Holmes is so good at figuring out crimes? She knows our minds so well, it would not be a stretch to say that she is the criminal mastermind even greater than I.
It's through sheer deductive reasoning that I make the conclusions. I do.
Yes, you do read a lot of psychological dissertations about the criminal mind, though. As if obsessed with how to commit crime.
To know my career better, of course.
Of course. And you do know common police procedures and what they often overlook.
To find those clues out myself. Really, Watson, don't tell me that you are starting to believe this woman.
No, it's just interesting, that's all.
Yes, Dr. Watson, it is very interesting. It would be rather easy to convince others that this detective is so good at figuring out crimes because she is the one that commits them.
Listen, you're wasting your breath on Watson here. He is loyal to the end. And your little friend, Mr. Smith, is not in here so that you can drop the charade. I will find out your involvement in this, as I always do. So laugh all you want, but soon you'll be laughing in a jail cell. Come on, Watson.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Oh, where are we going? I thought you wanted... We're not going anywhere. I'm leaving. I'm sorry, John. I think this relationship has run its course. It's time I get back to England and begin some real work now that Shirley Holmes isn't there to stop me. Was it something I did? You were wonderful, John. Simply wonderful. You played your role beautifully, but I have a criminal empire to run, and I've been away too long already.
You mean you are a criminal?
Oh, yes.
So, Shirley Holmes didn't commit the robbery or the kidnapping yesterday. It was you!
No. But of course, Holmes didn't do it. But I could see someone setting up a grin in Paris. No one can spot an opportunity for crime between an eye. At first, I thought of committing a robbery myself and beating the unknown criminal to the punch. But when I found out who the real criminal was, well, I had a much better idea. Rather than stealing a few tricks to make Shirley Holmes look foolish, what a perfect chance to rid myself of that incorrigible nuisance for good. All I had to do was frame her for a crime someone else was already committing.
Oh no, what have I done?
Oh, don't let it bother you. What's she to you?
She's an innocent woman.
Well, there's nothing you can do anyway.
Well, you've told me everything, and I'm going to tell the police about you.
What are you going to tell them? I've done nothing illegal. Well, not here, at least. And the evidence will soon be stacked against her rather convincingly. Nothing you will do will change people's minds. You have nothing you can't save her.
Maybe not, but I have to try.
Oh, how adorable. Now I know why I fell for you in the first place. Well, all the best. Toodles!
I knew this online dating thing wouldn't work out. I've got to tell somebody, even if they won't believe me. I've got to tell them that Shirley Holmes is innocent. Officer, I'm so glad you're here. I have important information about the Victoria Grand Hotel yesterday, the kidnapping and the robberies.
Well, let's hear it.
Innocent people are going to be falsely accused. People are going to be framed for a crime they didn't commit.
Oh, I see that. Cause they started telling me everything now.
Waiting for what? I'll know it when I see it.
You still think Ethel did it, I suppose.
Of course, she told me so when I asked her.
How could she? She's back in Newport.
No, she's right here.
Oh man, she finally lost it. Is Ethel sitting on this bench right now, Aunt Bee?
Don't be silly. Not here on the bench. She's just gone to get some tea.
And she's got Beverly Stewart with her.
You still hung off from that country singer. No. Why would she be with Ethel?
because you think Ethel kidnapped her.
No, I never said that.
You've been saying the whole time she did it.
No, I said she ate all the English muffins.
Oh, brother. Then who did all the robbery and the kidnapping?
How am I supposed... Honestly, girl,
Shouldn't we be looking for clues or something?
I prefer to let the clues come to me.
That makes no sense.
Just you wait and see, dear.
Well, I'm sure you'll be fine on your own for a few minutes. I have to, get something from my room.
Oh, I'll be fine, Jane. You know, you don't need to watch over me so much. I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself. Sheesh, people don't give me enough credit. Treat me as if I'm clueless. Well, you just run along and do whatever you need to do.
Here you go, your back.
Thank you, old hag. Ugh, where'd you get these ones? They aren't as good as the ones from yesterday. I wish you hadn't eaten them all.
I left the two right there.
And ate a dozen yourself.
How's the garden coming this year? I can't seem to get my tomatoes to bloom just right. Hopefully the groundskeeper can do something with them while I'm on this vacation with you.
With me. I got you on a trip and you spend most of your time gallivanting about on your own doing who knows what.
Well, if it was up to you, we'd sit around this whole hall all day. Anyways, you have this case to solve. You're the big detective now.
Oh yes, I suppose I do.
Well, anyways, I can run you less than half an hour. See you later, you old bat.
Bye, old hag.
Yeah, I got the same call. Watson said to come here to the ballroom right away.
I thought it was all your idea, and he was speaking on your behalf. No, I haven't seen Watson since this morning when we confronted him with Artie. Unfortunately, she was rather too obliging in my investigation. So I spent the rest of the day around the city looking for clues. Unsuccessful, I might add.
How? And you were so certain.
It's not often I feel like I'm missing something important, but this is one of those times.
I'm just wondering why Watson would call all of us. Why not just talk to you?
Oh, you villains!
Lay off, lady!
Hold on, Mrs. Bennett. That's with the whole story now. I'm still not convinced that they're the villains. What are you talking about?
Oh, shame, Holmes. We know everything. You can drop the act already.
Whatever do you mean? The none of you. All of you.
What's going on here? Jane? Jane! Why won't you look at me?
I don't want to believe it, Aunt Bee, but I have to. Listen up, detectives. You're all under arrest for robbery and kidnapping. You played a nice little game here to be detectives. Now I know you're crooks. Probably happened for years.
Upset!
Mayor, this is how it went down. The private detectives had it all planned out to get a distraction. Miss Shirley Holmes starts yelling from the hallway.
I'm yelling from the hallway, yelling from the hallway.
The girl child sneaks over and turns off the lights. Then new suspects in Moscow, they reach, grabs her feather. Child glasses on, and Miss Shirley Holmes grabs his shirt. They hide the evidence, and then they act like they don't know what happened.
And Shirley Holmes is the mastermind behind it all. It was all planned out.
It really wasn't.
These detectives are the perfect criminals. They're so good at catching criminals because they are criminals themselves.
What would lead you to believe this? What? Where is it supposed to be? Oh, those silly monsters! Watson, please, concede my Ozzy.
No, not to see. Show the light.
You make all these claims, yet you have no evidence.
Oh, there's evidence.
I found this feather in your suitcase upstairs, Aunt Beatrice.
Wow.
And the buddy from the parents left in the room. Inspector anymore. It's not right what you're doing.
Miss Flanagan, what the?
I heard the poor thing barking in your office. I had to do something.
I never would have believed it, Miss Flanagan. I never thought you would have betrayed me.
You betrayed yourself. This cannot be explained simply. Someone planted this evidence of our presence. Which is what I thought at first. But who had access to all black toys? We had to get Miss Bennett's token number. Or with the master key.
Which is only one of them, and I keep it on me at all times.
Where's Miss Beverly Stewart then? I suppose she was in my room.
I was relieved to find out that was not the case.
Thank you, Watson.
But then I knew you'd have a better hiding spot than your little detective friends. No, you have somewhere better.
Ha! And where would that be?
In the place that was most obvious, but you convinced us to not bother looking. The trap door. There was no wax seal. There was never any wax seal. But we trusted your phony powers of observation. And I believe Miss Stewart is still in there.
Aha! That is why you slipped up with your accusation. I looked at that and there was no one.
So you said.
Mimi! Beverly Stewart! Son, all right. In voice.
I'm getting up, Maloney! Arrest them!
I'll arrest them!
How could you, Holmes?
I came as soon as I could. What's going on?
Now you stop, where have you been?
What is all this? You're arresting the private eyes?
Maloney said he'd been around around with me, not even trying to solve this case.
But that's what you wanted.
First you bossed with security, then your sour attitude does nothing but hinder this investigation, and Maloney here beats you to the punch. Fletcher, I'm extremely disappointed. Maloney is the new captain of the squad.
What? Maloney?
Don't push it, Sergeant Fletcher. Maybe we should investigate if you're this crime too.
No. Well, obviously Maloney is the better man for the job. Good luck at your job, Captain.
Well, Mrs. Bennett, I think it's time to go.
Yes, I suppose you're right. It was awful, but at least it's over now. But I don't know if it was wise going to see Fletcher like that.
Well, I'm just a little emotional right now. I just got back, now he's back, and...
Well, I hope you're all proud of yourselves. You should know that we're all very disappointed in you.
How could you all turn on us so quickly? Our closest friends.
Friends?
More like servants or slaves.
Aw, come on, that's not true, Miss Flanagan. I treat this little chickie with the utmost respect.
You give us no credit. We're just low-key sidekicks.
Monsieur Slinto has never complained about how he was treated. That's because he doesn't talk.
Let me ask you a simple question. In fact, if you can answer this, we will do our utmost to clear your names. This should be easy since we are, after all, such close friends.
Right, no problem.
What are our first names?
Well, it never came up.
Ah, that's duck soup. Miss Flanagan, Missy?
Come on, Aunt Beatrice, you should at least get this one.
I knew it a minute ago.
Well, with all your stupendous brain power, your encyclopedia-like knowledge. You can name every chemical compound known to man, but you can't take the time to learn my name? It's Reginald! Dr. Reginald Watson! Ah!
Let's set them away, boys.
Well, it looked like it was the currents for us. It was kind of funny. The thing that upset me the most wasn't Miss Flanagan's betrayal, and it wasn't the coppers arresting me. It was that I let Shirley down. I wish I could tell her how I felt, how I would stick by her side no matter what. Somehow I think she already knew.
So how are we getting out of this?
I'm up for suggestions.
Well, okay, you can start by getting a nicer hat.
I meant about the situation.
It seems I am at a loss. Without Monsieur Slinto, I do not know who to rely on.
How
acquainted, but I do not know you. Let me tell you anything. Think back to your childhood. Do you not remember your sister? Oh, mon Dieu, my sister didn't care all the stuff she needs to touch you. Yes, she is. It is. Oh, my sister, how could I not have known? Only another mustache would have been smart enough to outwit me.
Well, thanks for the rescue. But I think your family reunion is gonna have to wait. We have to get out of here before these guys wake up.
Yes, we need to regroup and find a way to clear our names.
I know just the place. They'll never think to look for us there.
This is your secret hiding place? The office with your name on the door?
They'll never seem to look for us here.
Exactly. It's so obvious, it's the last place they'll look. No one will find us.
We need to talk. The last place, huh? Listen, I know you guys are innocent. Maybe dogs. Pretty good-hearted dogs.
Thank you.
I don't have proof, but I know my gut who did it. And you guys aren't going to like it.
It's not been Bill. He's just some sort of flower mogul now.
And it is not like hamburger. Yeah, I suppose you are like hamburgers, huh? Right, whatever. No, it's
Ethel!
no! Whoever it was had to be at the party. The place was locked down.
You probably think it's the mayor. You all thought we're all here to the party, and you think we're all minis.
Yeah. And then he fired you.
I was demoted, not fired. Pay attention. Look, put access to your rooms beside you and could have printed the evidence there. You think it was a hotel owner, Mrs. Benedict? No, she can nothing against you. Besides, the crime like this will only make her hotel look bad. Okay, who's got beef with you anyways? Or sharing a room with you, or access to this office?
Why? You think our partners did it? Jane, she would never. Hey! I remembered her name right there. You think she'd change her mind and help us now?
I know, Watson, you would never do something like this. You're naughty, of course, suggested it, Watson. But how could it have known he was involved in this? Maybe we don't know them as well as we think. We didn't even know their first names. I can't believe I didn't know Watson's name is Reginald.
Reggie. Reginald. Wait. I think Watson was sending love letters to my secretary.
What?
Yeah, I found this yesterday by accident. It's signed "With Love, Reggie."
And they have both been to Minnesota recently. How could I pass that off as coincidence?
Don't feel bad. You trusted him. That means that you're a good gal and he's a bum.
Let's see that letter. Dear Darlene,
Darlene?
sooner print to be complete. The mayor was more than willing to organize the silly gala for our dummies.
I think that's you.
He is even bringing in the chief detective from the police force.
I think that's you.
Much to our newest associate's delight, that's gotta be Maloney. I have written to our colleagues and they assure us that their dummies are coming as well.
I think that's us.
They were all in league from the beginning? All of our sidekicks? Apparently. Our trial will have to be perfect. Once the lights go out, we'll grab everything. Don't worry, we'll even grab the dogs should our trial won't escape the shame, or the looks on their face will be priceless. Almost as priceless as the ransom we get for all of them.
They were going to sell them, make us look bad, then collect all the ransom?
The rest is just a bunch of lovey-dovey nonsense. Oh, here's something weird. Apparently the little group was called the League of Secretly Evil Revengeful Sidekicks. LOSERS. Did they even realize what that spells?
Trouble!
Oh, trouble.
So a robbery turns in a friend. They must really be mad at us. They'd already, of course, suggested it to Watson, but how could she have known he was involved in this? But how? To go through all of this, just to get rid of us. They must really be mad at us. Gets right here, doesn't it?
Well, a crook's a crook.
For once, I got a great trial. I might be annoyed at a lot of people in this room, but I'm not gonna break the law to get rid of you.
Aw, detective, don't get all mushy on us now.
But there's quite one thing to do.
What is that?
Why, turn ourselves in, of course.
What?
How could you have let them get away? None of them have any combat skills.
And we just can't throw a mean right hook. So we must have helped them. They were all caught.
I cannot believe this. We were so close to being rid of those fools.
Don't worry, honey. They'll catch them. Won't you, Maloney? Yeah, catch Maloney on the case. Man, did you see Tracy's righteousness? Man, she doesn't.
Yes, I'll be the first to admit. See that smug Shirley Holmes, that a loss for words? That alone was worth giving up the ransom money.
Oh, definitely worth it. If I had to butter one more English muffin, or listen to one more rambling story I've heard a million times before, or solve one more case without getting any credit.
Yes, we should start our own detective business. Do you agree? Do you all agree?
Oh, what a wonderful idea! I did solve all of Aunt Beatrice's cases anyway,
Though, I suppose we could have done that any time before now.
without resorting to robbery.
Without kidnapping, without providing false evidence and tests.
But where's the fun in that?
Yeah! Tracy flashed at the police. The building is surrounded. Their hands up and don't move. It was a nice little scheme you guys set up, but now time for justice was served.
What is the meaning of this? Where's your proof?
It's afraid my darling Suki could mean anything to you.
Snooky Wookums? How could you have left this for them to find? You were supposed to destroy all evidence of our correspondence. That is the first rule of the LOSERS.
I'm sorry, honey. I just couldn't destroy something from you. How could you have done this to us?
Miss Flanagan, I don't know what to say.
What will your mother think, young lady? I think I speak for all of us when I say that this betrayal hit us all very hard.
Oh, stop it, Holmes. If you don't have any real sense, paying attention to me at all, you would have seen this coming. You made me feel like an imbecile. I'm a doctor, for crying out loud. I went to medical school for 9 years and served in Afghanistan.
Watson, if you were made to feel unappreciated, I sincerely apologize.
If you were made to feel unappreciated, it's too late for that, Holmes.
So it is. Goodbye, Dr. Reginald Watson.
Yes. Goodbye, Shirley Holmes.
No! Out of the way, you idiot! No one had ever accused me of being a genius, but this did seem like a very dumb move. Even for me. But I knew I couldn't let anything happen to Shirley. Even if that meant I'd be pushed up daisies and filled with daylight instead of her, so be it.
Fine. I'll just shoot both of you.
Wait, Watson, wait! I've come to appreciate the narrative style, Mr. Shaw. I think I'll have a go at it.
What are you talking about?
Advantages. Target is enraged and desperate. His warning makes aims difficult. Disadvantage. Gun. First distract, target attack, putting Mr. Shaw in harm's way. Next, use momentum to firmly grasp on. Start by applying pressure point on wrist. Target will attempt chokehold. Block with elbow block. Stomps on left foot, causing forward flinch. Bring back head and face, dazing him. Knock it out with roundhouse kick.
Yeah, that's what I was about to do.
Well, I feel like an idiot, Captain. I don't know how I could fall for that.
No harm done, Miss Mayor. In fact, the more is probably the best
been done. Since I had to resort to going to Charles' office, then become a letter.
Oh, well, there you go. Glad we could help out.
What shall we do now, my sister? You know I am in need of a new partner now.
We might not as a friend. We will be the first to be reckoned, you know. I do have one question. Why are we talking in English to each other all the time when our first language is French?
That is a very good question.
What about you, Mrs. Beatrice? What are you going to do now?
Well, if I can hurry, I can join Ethel for some water skiing.
Ooh, that sounds like a great idea. We can use my bow. Well, Fletcher, I guess that's another notch that you can add to your belt.
Actually, you're the one who found the letter. I think this successful investigation is yours.
Well, thanks. Maybe we could work together in the future sometime.
Not likely.
Well, I must say, Mr. Howell, you are a most fascinating man.
It had been the end of a long, hard day, and there I was, alone with her. This was the perfect chance to tell her that I was dizzy for her, that she was the one for me, but did I have the courage to tell her?
Mr. Howell, my excellent powers of seduction mean that you have something to tell me?
I wouldn't suppose that you would want to get a cup of joe and talk, would you?
Like a date?
Yeah.
That sounds like an excellent idea.
We gotta
turn off one mic here to share channel.
All right. Let's give them one more round of applause for all of our students. We do have some thank yous before we close out tonight. First and foremost, we want to thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for all that He has done for us. For you and for me, dying on the cross for all of our sins. We do want to thank the B Street Theater. They graciously allowed us to use pretty much almost all of the props up here for completely free. Let's give a round of applause for B Street Theater. We want to thank Sacramento Stage Lighting. They were gracious and gave us a huge discount on the lighting. Let's give them a round of applause. Once again, we want to thank Palladio 16 Cinema for all the delicious popcorn. So go see a movie over there, okay? We do want to thank Mrs. Rebecca McCurry for doing the t-shirts. Let's give her a round of applause. Parents, we do want to give you a round of applause. Thank you for helping them memorize their lines and all of the work that you put in. Give yourself a round of applause. Thank you to all of our students for all their hard work. I must say, this is a 7th and 8th grade middle school play. Half of the students up there are 3rd and 4th graders. Let's give them a round of applause. Lastly, I do want to ask Mrs. Boschek, Mrs. Ripley, and Mrs. Rowe to come forward, please. These 3 ladies have put a lot of hours into this. Why don't we give them a round of applause? Thank you everybody for coming to, we do have one more gift as well. Mrs. McCurry and many parents have put together a picture frame of the students, and all of the students have signed it. So, there you go. Thank you everybody for a great spring performance night. We look forward to seeing you at the closing service and graduation and award ceremony. Have a great night. God's blessings.